Hello, how to file Form 944 for 2024. On IRS website, you can search Form 944 and you download the form, you download the instruction to save on your computer. There is e-file option as well. If you prefer the e-file option, you can click on the e-file and follow the instruction to guide you to where you can find a provider you can find providers to choose from to file your Form 940. So once you have your form and instructions open, then you can start completing it with your payroll information open as well. So we are going to go back to the form, and in this instance here, because Form 940 is employer annual federal unemployment tax return, so it is unemployment tax return. You need your EIN number for that. So you enter your business EIN number, you enter your business legal name the way you have it on your EIN application form. Can just use an example here. And if you have a trade name, you enter the trade name, otherwise you just leave it blank. And we can just use an example here. You enter your address, your city, your state, and the zip code. And in this session, you are going to select, is it an amended? Is it a successor employer? If you didn't pay any employee in 2024, then you check box C. If it is a final one, then you check box D. So they have those options here. If none of it apply to you, just leave it alone. So we continue. Part 1, 1A. If you had to pay state unemployment tax in one state only, enter the state abbreviation. So we are going to use Iowa in this example. And if you don't know your state abbreviation the way they want it, you can check it on Schedule A. And let's see if we can open Schedule A here. And you can find the abbreviations list there. And the Schedule A has some instructions there. But let's continue. 1B. If you had to pay state unemployment tax in more than one state, you are a multi-state employer. You check that 1B, and then you complete Schedule A. 2. If you pay wages in a state that is subject to credit reduction, you check 2 and you complete Schedule A. So I can open the Schedule A for you to take a look at it. So it has those options here. For how it will be completed, you just read the instructions. But again, it seems that for a state reduction, they already have like the SPA for the state that they have that as subject to state reduction already highlighted. Don't know if you see some of them are kind of dark color. You cannot do much there, but you have a few states, I believe 3 in the list here. But again, page 2 has the instructions that you can read through if you want to know more about it, or if it applies to your business. If you are e-filing though, the software you are using will be able to pretty much guide you through the process as well. Once you are entering the your information, it should be able to populate it to different forms that it needs to be on. But part 2, line 3, total payment to all employees. So total payment to all employees, and it's going to be for the whole year. So we are going to, let's see if we'll be able to move this to the side and bring our example here. So total payment is going to be this amount so we will go to here, and then we will put 48,000, and then we'll put 00. So now that prompts us, the question is, should we complete the decimal section or not? So we'll go to the instructions and trying to locate that section there. If you are completing it and there is a section you are not sure about, it's just good to go to the instructions and trying to locate that section in the instruction to read more about it. So let's see if you'll be able to find something related to how we will complete that. I think we might need to go down more. Or not, I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. It's on page 7 here. So you may choose to round to the nearest door and proposing things on this one. If you choose to round, you must round all entries. Then give instructions. So we are going to choose not to round. And if a line is say to leave a blank. Okay, you see, so it's good to go to the instruction and read about the section you're going to complete. Okay, so now line 4, payment exempt from FUTA tax. We do not have any payment exempt from FUTA tax. Therefore, line 4 we are going to remember. If you have any, you put them out there and you choose which one of them apply to that you put there. So you have those subsection for you to. Line 5, total payment made to each employee in excess of 7,000. Okay, so now we will come back here again. Let's see if we'll be able to make it a little bit better. Let's see if I'll be able to. Let's see. Let's see. It is overpayment So it's going to be 34,000. So we'll go back. So total payment made to each employee in excess of 7,000. So it's going to be 34,000. FUTA, you pay FUTA on the 7,000 you pay to each employee. So when we put 48,000 here, and 2 people, in the example we are using, 2 people are pay that, then we put 34,000 in excess here. I'm trying to see if we have 14,000 difference between the two. So line 6 subtotal line 4 and 5. Line 4 and 5 is going to be 34,000. Line 7, you take minus line 6. So line 2, 48,000 minus 4,000 is 14,000. So we have 14,000. Line 8, FUTA tax before adjustment. So we're taking 7 times 0.006. So 14,000 times 0.06. Make sure it's 84. Okay. So part 3. Determine your adjustment. If any line does not apply to you, you leave it blank. So line 9. If all of your taxable wage you pay were excluded from state unemployment tax, you multiply line 7 by 0.054. And then we go to line 12. We are not going to do that. Line 10. If some of your taxable wage you pay were excluded from state unemployment tax, or you pay state unemployment tax late after the due date of filing for 940, complete the worksheet instruction. Enter the total from line 7 of the worksheet. If credit reduction apply, enter the total from Schedule A, Form 940. So if any one of those is related to your business, then you complete it. Otherwise, you leave them blank. If your state assign you an unemployment tax rate of 0, and you have been filing your state unemployment tax on time, and your unemployment tax rate for the year is 0, line 9 does not apply to you. It does not mean that all your taxable wages were excluded from state unemployment tax. There are some states that officers, you do not pay or file state unemployment tax on officers' salaries. It is in that instance that line 9 will apply if everyone you pay up officers, and in your state you do not file state unemployment tax on them. If you are in a state that you do not file state unemployment tax on officers, and you pay officers and you pay employees, then line 10 might be related to you, where some were excluded. If you pay officers or just officers, and you didn't file state unemployment tax on their salaries, then line 9 will apply to you, and you will pay the remaining 0.054 on line 7. But if you are assigned 0 tax rate from the state unemployment office, and you file your state unemployment tax on time, line 9 does not apply to you. Line 10 does not apply to you. And if you are not in a credit reduction state, line 11 does not apply to you. So when you are paying your state unemployment tax on time, whether it is a 0 tax return you are filing with them, you automatically have maximum credit by just paying 0.6% of FUTA tax to the IRS. but only if you are paying your sick payments on time or filing it on time. So we are going to go to the instruction. In fact, I think we're back to that in instructions. Let's continue. In this instance, where we are going to assume that we are filing the state unemployment tax on the two employees or officers salaries that we use here. 84 is the FUTA tax. Line 9, 10, 11, we leave them blank. We'll go to part 4. Line 12, total FUTA tax after adjustment. So line 8, 9, 10, 11 is going to be 84. 13, FUTA tax deposit for the year, including overpayment. I'm going to see that pre-deposit. If you deposit, you must make a deposit of all your tax liabilities. That way you have to add the payment voucher to the form of filing. Balance due. So balance due line 14 is going to compare line 12 and line 13. Line 12 is the total tax liability and line 13 is the deposit. So if your tax liability is line 13, you have a balance due. You want line 14. If your line 12 total tax is less than line 13, total deposit you want line 15. You want to go to the next one. Or if you never send it from in this case where both are equal, the subtraction between the two is going to be zero. Therefore, line 14 is going to remain blank. Line 15 is going to remain blank. Able to. And the instructions here. But if it's 500, you should make a deposit. If it's less than 500, you can make a deposit. So we are going to go to page 2. And page 2 we are going to enter business name. And then the year. Using this example. So report the amount of FUTA tax for each quarter. Report your FUTA tax for quarter only if line 12 is more than 500. Report the FUTA tax quarter only if line 12 is more than 500. If now go to assist. So line 12 is reality. So if that line is more than 500, then your liability by quarter you will enter for line 16. Two of those 16 will put it on line 17, and that should match your line 12. In this instance where our line 12 is 84, we are going to do that. We leave part 5 alone and we'll go to assist. May we speak with your third-party designer? I'm just checking up. If you check it, then you can put the information there. But they are going to contact the person if necessary only related to this particular return. Here. Part 7, sign. So you will put your name, like the business that you're creating for. You put your name and just put here. You put the phone number. That's what is there. Put the phone number. Business, leave the proper session alone. You are not paying yourself for filing the return for your business, and you are not paying somebody in your business to file the return. You are paying them to work in your business. So somebody is filing, somebody in your business is filing the return. You are not paying them for filing the return. They do not complete this session. So if you are a tax preparer filing for the client, it is in the instance that you the preparer, you will complete this session. And I'm not going to say much about it as the tax preparer. You'll be able to know what to do. Now when the return you complete it out, you review, you find you did, and then you make another copy that you can keep for instance record. You're not going to get. But if you use payment with the form, then it's a good idea you read about the voucher session. When you complete the check, I will recommend a check over a money order that so that you can have space to go down what they say to write down on it. Is this section right? You have the instructions there to guide you on how to complete the check or vouch or money order. At the bottom you have the voucher where you will put your business EIN, the amount you are going to enclose, like you are going to write the check for your business name, address, and series, zip code, and all that. You detach this section, write the check, so that'll be 2 pieces separately from each other, and you add it to form number 4. That'll be 3 pieces separately. And this page 1 is together. If you have schedule A, you will attach schedule A to form number 4 as well. But the voucher you do not attach it to form number 4. You do not attach the check either. So they have instructions on that. So now that we are done completing form 9, let's do this. First, you are going to make that form if you complete paper. So therefore, let's see we have the address. Let me make it. So, in the time we make deposits, we do not owe any money. We are not going to add the form. You choose the address in the column of payment that corresponds to the row where your state is. In this example, it's going to be this address here that corresponds to the list of states where you are included. So if you are going to make payment with the form, then you choose with payment address from a row where you found your state. So it's where your state is located in the list, and then whether you are going to add payment to the form or you are not going to include payment, you choose the address that corresponds to the row where your state is located. Form 940 is due by January 31st. Let's do for this to be doing that. But let's just see. I highlighted here that we can all review. A little bit small. Easy. So this is employment information. So the instruction has this, that when you'll be able to go to the Labor Department website and you'll be able to access your state from there. But again, yeah, you should contact your state labor department to know more about unemployment information and employment tax and all that from your state. But again, there is a website that can take you there. It's just that you'll have to have your website. Let's get a little bit. Only employer pay FUTA tax. Don't collect FUTA or deduct FUTA from your employee's wages. The FUTA tax applies to the first 7,000 you pay to each employee during a calendar year after slashing any payment exempt from FUTA. They have your must pay who file form 940 and have those two options here, conditions here. That's if either one applies, you must file form 940. So you can read through it to see for more information. When form 940 is due by January 31st. If you may have some leeway, but I just like to stay with the original dates. That way, I won't have to play with gray areas. January 31st. Just try your best to get it done on time. Okay. Where the really question or it's not so fast. Okay, so let's read a little bit here. Okay, so state unemployment tax are sometimes called contribution. Those contributions are payment that state requires an employer to make to its unemployment fund for the payment of unemployment benefits. It don't include any payment deductible from your employee's pay. So penalties, interest. Okay, so additional credit. You may receive an additional credit if you have state experience rates lower than 5.4%. This applies even if your state varies, your rate varies during the year. This additional credit is the difference between your actual state unemployment tax payment and the amount you have been required to pay at 5.4%. But yeah. Okay, so let's. You may have to pay your tax before filing your return. If tax is more than $500 for the calendar year, you must deposit at least one quarterly payment. So instructions are like every quarter. There's something you have to assess. So you must either determine to deposit your tax based on the amount of your quarter tax liability. If your full tax is $500 less than quarter, carry over to the next quarter. Carrying your tax liability over until your relative tax is more than $500. At that point, you must make a deposit for your quarter. Deposit your full tax by the last day of the month after the end of the quarter. If your tax for the next quarter is $500 less, you are not required to deposit tax again until the relative is more than $500. So if for 6 years you're going to read more here. Okay, so now let's start here. Before you figure out the amount to deposit, figure your tax liability for the quarter. To figure the tax liability, add the first 7,000 for each employee annual wages you pay during the quarter. For FUTA wages, pay and multiply by 0.006. The tax rates are based on your receiving maximum credits for tax. So you are entitled to the maximum credit if you pay all your state unemployment tax by the due date of Form 940. Or if you weren't required to pay unemployment tax during the calendar year due to your state's experience rates. It's very important. So, if this experience rate is 0, for instance, you have the maximum credit if you're filing your state unemployment tax on time. There are some examples. Let's continue. And then they have the deposit schedule there. Area. And this section, a little more about it. Welcome to disregard entities if it is related to your business. Okay. You must complete one or 1B, even if you are required to pay any state unemployment tax. People state unemployment tax rate was 0. So 9.818 on B. You may leave line 1A and line 1B blank only if all of these you pay to all employees in all states were excluded from state unemployment tax. If you leave line 1A and line 1B blank and line 7 is more than 0, and 7 is more than 0, you must complete line 9 because all of your tax which you paid were excluded from state unemployment tax. So identify the states where you are required to pay state unemployment tax. Yeah, and I don't know that at the beginning, someone was giving examples. They have that where if one officer you didn't were excluded from state unemployment tax, then you have that condition and excluded if some guys are not and some are, but then you have those conditions here. They are going to complete them. Specific one. That means that we find the rest cutting accessing. Only 7,000 you pay to each employee in a company after society. Any payment is set from 40 to 4 tasks. This doesn't is for the wage base. First, right to make that. If all of the taxable FUTA wages you pay were from state unemployment tax, line 9. So line 9 does apply to FUTA wages on which you pay no state unemployment tax only because the state assigns you a tax rate of 0. That is important. If all of the taxable FUTA wages you pay were excluded from state unemployment tax, you multiply line 7 by 54 and into the result of line 9. So let's continue. If you weren't required to pay state unemployment tax because all of your wages you paid were excluded from state unemployment tax, you must pay for that tax at the 6% rate. For example, if your state unemployment tax excludes wages paid to corporate officers or employees in a specific occupation and the only wages you pay were to corporate officers or employees in those specific occupations, you must pay full tax on those wages at the full rate of 6%. When you figure the full tax before adjustment on line 8, you take the maximum allowable rate of 5.4% for state unemployment tax payment. Because you didn't pay state unemployment tax, you don't have a credit and must figure this adjustment. If line 9 applies to you, line 10 and 11 don't apply to you. Therefore, leave line 10 and 11 blank. Don't fill out the checks in those instructions. Complete schedule A for 940 only if you are a motor state employer. And then you have conditions that some were excluded and some were not from state unemployment. So why I was not the because it's not because you didn't pay state unemployment tax because the state assigned you 0%. That you might think that you will complete line 9. Line 9 doesn't apply to you. If the state assigns 0%, you are filing your state's unemployment tax on time and you're not paying this unemployment tax because they give you a rate of 0%. So that is just what I believe I was doing instructions. But you have, which is the end, that if you have to complete it, you can go there and see you can use the e-file version. If you think you'll just be faster, the software will to you will ask question, enter information, you'll be able to put it into different pages of the form that you go to on your behalf. You have to do it you will expect it, and who should send the documents, and read more about it as well. But yeah, it is good to have the instructions to read through it. How do you think is important for your business that you have to review and through it as we could before. Thank you very much for watching it. We thank you very much. We thank you very much for all your comments. We thank you very much. You are subscribed to our channel. I'm Afiavi, Liberman Consulting L.L.C. YouTube channel, and so on our blog we share different things and different ways to make money to reach financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer for your family. And filing your own tax return, your own business tax returns is one way to keep your business expenses low. Thank you. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Your back pain, your shoulder pain.
oh, just all over. Look at back or shoulder or anything. That's okay.
So see the body.
No, I was trying to say that.
I'll see that here.
Yeah, I just work it. Try to really just like a little issue. Yeah, it's okay. So basically, it's just so the base is going to do. Yep. I'll just press this. It should be. Yeah, it's okay. I just afraid for like a couple days because before you possibly water. Right, okay, put it on the way to the bottom. Put it for next. Add some moisture. And discuss it. I'm trying to get some heat. Put it down. That's why. It's not there in my bed. way it's situated, the way it is, it's over on the other side.
I don't know how to
There we go, switch your turn. See it right there. Let's see. See, the thing is I can see anything that way. It comes in, the only thing I see. And the light came for it to be, there's that light came on. That's what that is. So you put that on.
I think this was
Yeah, put that right there. No, right there. Then turn this, just relax it. Okay, that. See, one of these lights wrong. What's the power light? What's the reset light?
for this one, for that one,
Okay, I'm going to go for this one. But because the reset light is on, it means it needs to be clean. It needs to reset back to the original settings. It should be some things actually having reset. Reset, but here's the if you break that thing, I'll go back to zero. If you break it like this, well, I'm just saying the match. If you break it, just here, phase. Then we get picture. So that's what I'm started. Yes. That's why I had to switch. See, I did it. That's something. But then I had to try to get a tail side. That's all that. I'm going to do that. Let's get it solid. Because one does not straight up. But I think that's the reason fucking. Because you didn't show. So that is, that's fucking. That's the thing that, you know. I thought it was not much of a time. Well, I just built up these. But the thing is that. Well, I don't know if it came off of it from what it was. I have some stuff.
when we get out from work.
It's not just because they don't have to say they're going,
There's
supposed to.
people that quit. Yeah. It's working at work. It's so sad. It's cool that you think that's not what I should is. I'm getting we don't need to take December money out because oh, this is the have to do with the card food. I'm sure we did the same thing on your card. That's fees for food. Enjoy the decided with the new budget of $500. Because they didn't convert it into money. Like it's not. You need to show more than one guy.
The chicken is still $6. The course is still $6 or where it was on.
Yeah, I think
Please, bars up the thing again.
yeah, chicken and egg.
What?
Chicken and egg.
So it is not something.
I don't like that. Those pieces.
Yep.
Apple,
So that's like half, but they have that.
yeah, this. I'm just gonna look. Do the cooking thing. What's up? Yeah.
How many chicken? Could help you use another doing
Yeah, $20 there. $2 movie.
Sorry, so one.
Yeah,
Because I assume it's $7 big, it's 11, I think you can money. That's still a common excuse. So 40.
okay, just use your iPhone 6.
Okay. Don't know how many chicken. Where's the one?
You get 3 of it, you put it in the freezer.
So it is, you know, unless the chicken prices change, go back to the east.
Does it have your version of the
You know what I mean? It was $8 or something before. I don't know, let's say for $6 or something.
Just like expected going that way. Usually about to spend in the bus. You get off before you put it. At least food. Any IRS though. Probably do this in New York. I mean, I think what is still Spain. Okay. It's still to stock, but I don't want to go. One. Yeah, I guess it's that. Okay, wait. If anything, I can get it out. That computer can be moved around. Log in first. Let me bring the other computer. Listen, let me bring the other computer again. Let me bring my other computer. We can log in and make those estimate payment. Let me go log in. No, the one in the back. Not this one. I don't know, it wanted to update. Just have the back. This is something like that. Basically, I'm looking at the calls and yeah, that's next week. This sorry. you need to press later. You can do it on this one when this is done.
That's fine. It's not the past couple days, it's not any time.
I have that problem at night, but the past days I didn't have. I'm sure what is missing. I don't know how I'm going to catch before I have to catch because maybe we have to change the way I don't know. Maybe I was not expecting that much of. Okay. But I was surprised. It's because November, about 5,000 profits. Are you sure? That thing is me not collecting here.
So this is part of the security key.
It's lazy.
So HRS now, let's see 31.
Yeah, let's see 31. It's like, I don't know what is making this software take that long to end a recording. If I first ending this, now I'm going to process the whole recording out. That would should not be by the time it's done. Not just we'll go to IRS.gov there. Wait, open the browser.
Oh, I thought there was sometimes click on inside or inside goes.
Just so.
I had it going higher stuff. I don't know which one of these items.
No, that was pointing at the browser. Anyway. We'll probably later in the video on this. Because, oh, not going to yeah, this is grabbing those. Because I don't want to open the password here while that's it. Listen to yeah, so, but I can't even open the. That's not ready to make estimate pass for the person to that with even if you're buying a computer. Well, I have to begin it. Because again, I won't have to give you the password and all the things. I don't really want to open it. While I have a video recording software open. Can you open this spreadsheet? Let's work on it.
Okay.
And if you guys I'm going to read that let's see how